always going to
start.
Yeah.
You can unlock.
Honestly, we're still in Dubai. Obviously. Oh, we didn't say this before. We're 20 in our outfits.
Yeah, how cute. Oh, this is the first time I've ever been to a Gymshark store.
We really need to get all these brand collaborations. We're just mentioning people left, right,
I know.
Free marketing.
Gymshark, if you're listening.
We got a really good one for you today. So welcome back to Girls2Women.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
Alright, girls, you know what you gotta do? You gotta like and subscribe. Not me checking out my rings, being like, yeah,
We got our rings cleaned.
It's nice and sparkly.
Love a clean around the world. It's great.
Right, so I was actually listening to this podcast the other day with Chris Williamson and Alison Armstrong.
Yeah.
She is a relationship expert. She does a lot of work with men and women, specifically men though. And she is just like a goddess with this kind of information. So I was listening in and she was saying, she did a study way back in the day, and it was 12 things that men look for in a woman before making them their wife.
Ooh.
None of the stuff that we would assume is on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Chris was like, tell me, what's the 12? So I've got the 12 here. We're gonna
this wisdom.
we're gonna go through the 12 together, and then we'll have a bit of a discussion. But I will say this before we kick off as well. She said one crazy thing, and I was like, I repeated this back to one of my dates the other day. The guy that I was seeing, and he was like, well, it's really good. So she said, you know, women, we can get things really confused a lot, right? Yeah. And she's like, women need to stop saying that all men are dogs. She's like, what if we just reverse that word and treated men like gods? Wow. She's like, how different would the world be? Right? But that means we need to put a lot of ego aside. A lot of ego, a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt.
It's really hard for us women to do that as well.
Right. Yeah? So this is why, like, this might be a little bit controversial, but let's kick into it, yeah?
Absolutely.
Drop in the comments as well. What do you think is on the list of topics? Because some of these I was like, oh. Some of these, okay, make sense, and then some I'm like, oh. So, number one, she respects him for who he is. So men deeply value being seen and being respected for who they are, not who they could be.
Do you know what? This really hits for me because, I mean, look, we've all been there for dating for potential, and I did this with my ex. This is obviously the last relationship I had, so it comes top of mind. And I always did this, and I feel really bad, you know, and I feel a lot of conviction for doing that. I was like building him up to be this person, and when he didn't live up to that, I would, you know, be mean to him about it, and I'd be like, well, why didn't you do that? You said you would be this, you said you would do that, and you didn't follow through with your word. And he'd be like, yeah, but that's just, I'm sorry, like, I'll try harder. And I should have just really seen him for who he was and accepted it.
Yeah.
Because I met him at face value. Like, I knew him for who he was. And if he wasn't meeting my standards at that point, then instead of just trying for potential, I should have just been like, hey, like, we're just not meant for each other.
That's when you walk away.
Yeah, you're not in the place of life I need you to be at for me right now. But even then, I wasn't in the place of life to even have any standards anyway because I didn't love myself. Yeah. So it's kind of a terrible example. But yeah, I do feel bad that I didn't respect him enough to just see him for who he was and love that enough and not want too much and not want the potential of who he could be.
But that's okay because that just means you want to match. And Cassie and I are going to make a whole episode on this on like why we wait. Why we try and fall for potential. What's happening to my voice today? Cut that there. Fall for potential. It's wrong, right? Of course, a man who's wanting to make you his wife just wants to be seen for who he is and valued for who he is. But a man can't walk through a bedroom door and his wife is like, wow, you're amazing, I love you for who you are. She's like, why aren't you like this, why aren't you like that, the nagging and everything, the bitterness, the resentment, that's where it builds from. Then the guy's like, you're just emasculating me, you're not actually in love with me, you're in love with the idea of me. Imagine thinking as a woman, oh, he doesn't actually love me, he just loves the idea of me.
Yeah,
that's hard.
True. It is hard, yeah.
Right? So that's the first one. The second one is, she appreciates his efforts, right? When a man feels valued and acknowledged, big or small, right, it fuels his confidence and investment. So oftentimes we try and make men, try and pull them down. We're nagging them like, that's not enough, right? you have to, if he does something for you, it's the reward schedule. You have to reward him for it.
Absolutely.
It's like a dog. If a dog does something good, you just, oh my god, well done, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Maybe
how it works
so.
with humans.
Yeah.
We need someone who's going to be like, you appreciate me. I love you, make me feel valued and seen and loved. I then choose you
Yeah.
because you're making me feel good in myself.
Yeah, well, I guess the discussion is always the man has to do it for the woman. Like, I've always seen that as well in relationships. I've been like, no, I love words of affirmation. You need to tell me what I want to hear, you know, do these things for me. When in reality, you need to do it back as well.
Exactly.
You need to appreciate the man. If he does things for you, tell him that. Make him feel good. Like, it's not just the women that need to feel good, it's the men too.
Yeah, it's the best compliments is like, you make me feel so safe when. I love when you do that. Like, little things like that, they melt.
Yeah.
Like when I was on my date the other day, I asked him this question, I told you this, and he turned his face and he was thinking, and I just looked at him and I was like, oh my god. And I said to him, like, wow, you look so sexy when you think, like, I love your thinking face. And he was like, oh, really?
That would have made his day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, little things like that, it doesn't hurt your ego or pride to say that kind of stuff. Like, men need to feel that as well.
Exactly.
They're humans at the end of the day.
Maybe the smallest thing, just even like, oh, your hair looks really good today.
Right?
Or, do you do something different?
Yeah.
Or, you know, oh,
Like, damn, baby, you've been going out.
Yeah.
You've been working out, right?
if you touch them, you go, oh, you feel big today.
Right.
They would actually melt. And that's another thing, like, guys will actually try harder to look good for you when you give them that reward system. It's just like us.
Because reward system,
Exactly.
so they want to do it again.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not that hard.
No, it's not that hard. Compliment your man.
Right, so that's the second one. So far we've got respect him for who he is, appreciate his efforts, big or small,
Yeah.
right? Even if he takes out the trash, right? Big one. It's just something small.
It doesn't. Really
Even if it's what he's
appreciate that.
supposed to do.
Yeah. Because then
appreciate
you'll
his
do it
efforts.
again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Appreciate his efforts, ladies. Number 3, she speaks her needs clearly to him. Men can't do guesswork, ladies. We're always thinking that they're mind readers. They're not. Men never read hints. We've tried. But clarity and communication is going to build the trust and eliminate frustration for them. Men don't want to be in relationships with women that frustrate them.
Oh gosh, literally. Sometimes I would be so bad because I would try and be all nonchalant and mysterious.
Right.
So I would get annoyed at things. And you know what? I always thought that I was actually being better by keeping it inside and not like
Right.
raising a problem.
Yeah.
Right? It goes back to the whole being nice but not kind. It's
Yes.
actually just because I don't want to have the conversation, tough conversations.
Exactly.
So I would let my frustration and my anger boil.
Bubble up inside.
Yeah, and then it would be breaking point one day, and then I would just blow. And you know, I've had people be like, "What's wrong?" And I would list out all these things, and he'd be like, "Why didn't you tell me
never
that?
loved me.
Yeah.
It's like, how was I supposed to know?
How have you gotten to that point?" And I'm just like, "Because of this, that," and they're like, "Well, you
Oh,
never
man.
told me that." And as women, we do tend to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
We just hide everything.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
And it's like, why can't you just be straight up?
Because we were told to shut our mouths.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about, don't vent your anger to someone. Like, venting anger comes from frustration of not communicating clearly. As soon as something is bothering you, talk about it. I feel when this happens, this is how I feel. Right? Not, you do this, you do that.
Yeah, separating facts and feelings
Yes.
is very, very
Very
important. Like, never say, you did this and you did that. It's like, I
That's it.
feel sad. And then they can be like, what do you mean? What have I done to make you feel sad? And be like, well, when you did this, blah, blah, blah.
And
Instead
then
of
I feel like this.
Yeah, instead of nagging them and saying that, you
Yeah.
did this to me.
No, you need to lead them to a logical solution, right? You need to be like, when you did X, I felt Y.
Yeah,
And I don't like to feel Y.
exactly.
And they're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I'll never do that again.
Exactly, because the feeling is the valid part. They don't want to know that they made you feel a certain way, right? But the action or the thought, that's the part that's just logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Number 4, I love this because this leads into actually men being masculine men. So number 4, what men look for to make you their wife, you're able to receive graciously. Right? Feminine energy, you need to receive. So allowing a man to give affection, help, gifts, language, always strengthens connections. A man cannot be with a woman long term who has no idea how to receive.
Yeah, 100%. Even a compliment. You know, back in the day, I've had guys be like, you're this, you're that, and I'm just like, no, I'm not. No, if someone gives me a compliment, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
You know, it's cheeky, it's cute.
literally.
You should want your man to give you compliments. You should want your man to give you little gifts.
I want my man to compliment me all the
Yes,
time.
great.
Like, 24/7.
Give me more.
Like, gifts and words of affirmation is obviously my love language.
Love it.
So I'm like, if you're saying, Tash, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, as you hand me a gift, I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, can I just cook you a 3-course meal and give you a massage and love you for life?
Exactly.
And give you 10
That's
children?
Doing the acts of
That's me.
service. And I love gift giving as well.
Yeah.
As much as receiving.
I don't. I'm an acts of service and physical touch.
I'm quality time and gift giving.
Oh, and words of affirmation.
Oh, actually, I do like receiving words of affirmation.
I like giving words of
I'm not very
affirmation.
good at that.
Yeah, see, I'm good with my words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right,
learning
right?
to be. I'm learning.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. Scorpio. But it's true. Like, if a man cannot feel like he can give to you, he will not. And then so the masculine, feminine, that polarity will be gone.
That's off.
And it will not work.
100%,
Right? You'll have arguments. You'll be like, why are you like this? And you'll be like, why are you like this? You're just wrong with the wrong person. You don't understand each other. You don't understand the energetics. Like, move on.
Yeah, you can't
Right.
communicate properly.
That's not your husband.
Yeah.
You're not his wife.
Just move on.
Right? Number 5, she trusts his competence. Very important. Trusting in his ability to actually take the lead. Even if you can do it yourself, communicates respect for him.
That's a big one, yeah. Because
I don't know how to
actually,
build the IKEA furniture.
it's funny, right? Because, you know, being people that are pretty good at everything, it's like you just think, I could do this so much better myself. And it is just taking your ego aside for a second and just allowing them to lead and then just being soft and feminine and receiving. Sometimes that can be really hard. Like, even if it's just a simple task like booking holiday plans or anything like that, I just end up being like, I'll do it because I know I'll do it faster and I'm very impatient. But now I'm like, you know what? You can do that.
Yeah.
I'll allow you to do that.
I'm so like, whatever he tells me that I can do as part of my contribution now, I do. I'm so girly. I'm like, I can't open that bottle. I don't know how to do that. Oh my god, how do you read maps? I don't know. And I let them take the lead, and they're like, because I trust them.
Yeah, and you want to feel like they're helping you.
Yeah.
Men love to solve things, right?
But you need to let them.
to solve.
Yeah.
So I would do the same now. Even if I can't open a thing, I'll be like, hey, I can't open it.
Yeah, no.
Or if I can do something, I'll be like, can you help me with my bags? Or just look at them.
Yeah.
Even though 5 years ago I would have just done it myself, I would have grabbed it and been like, I can do that. But now,
through hyper independence.
yeah, really have. Yeah, this is a whole soft era, feminine. I love it.
No, it's great. Like, if I were a man, if my woman didn't make me feel competent, if I felt like she didn't trust my ability in life, I wouldn't stay with her.
No.
Why would I want to stay with a woman like that? That's a man.
Yeah, you
Dress
dress
as a
as
woman.
manly and masculine.
A man dresses a woman.
Yeah.
I want to be
You might
with a
be
woman,
these days.
right? I want to be with a woman who looks up to me and being like, that's my husband. He's so good. He's got it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude.
I do, baby girl.
Because you know what? He's gonna want to prove to you. So he's gonna do the work.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
gonna put in more effort.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, I got you.
Yeah, because he loves it.
Let a man be like, give him space to show you that he's a man, that he can lead.
Let him lead you.
I think that's so important. I feel like as women we're not giving them enough space. And so you're like, oh yeah, but he's not showing up. But pull back.
Pull back.
You pull back. Give him space. Don't say anything. Watch his behavior.
And if he doesn't do it, then he ain't your man.
Exactly, and that's okay.
That's okay.
You'll find another man that give them space to lead, and then he'll show up and lead, and then be like, yeah, great, this is exactly what I wanted.
Exactly.
Right?
I love that.
Yes, it's an evolution of like your standards as well, right? So that's number 5. Number 6, great, we're halfway through. She's loyal and emotionally safe. We talk about this all the time because safety is peace. So emotional sanctuary and stability are crucial for long-term commitment for a guy. A guy's not going to marry the woman who brings him chaos and drama. Maybe when he's younger and toxic.
No.
Maybe he'll even marry you, but then he'll divorce you.
Yeah. We're talking long term. We're talking like
Healthy love.
Healthy love.
Not talking about marriages that end in divorces.
We're not talking about the 50% of marriages statistically that are ending in divorce.
We're talking about the 50% that
That
took
don't.
their time.
Yeah.
They chose their life partner properly. They looked at their woman and was like, she's home. She's peace.
Yeah.
She brings me peace, not problems.
Oh, it's just so simple as well. Just bring peace and problems.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
He will also bring you peace,
Yeah.
not problems. Your man should
Yeah.
never come to you with problems. He is the problem solver.
Yeah.
Never.
You just elevate each other's lives. That's how it should be.
Exactly.
You come home to a peaceful sanctuary and then you look forward to coming home to your partner.
Yeah.
You don't dread it. Sometimes I used to dread coming home, you know.
Right.
That's not a good feeling.
No, absolutely not. Your nervous system is all like,
Yeah.
oh my god, what am I doing?
Like I would be so happy when I would be away from a
Right.
toxic relationship. I would be lighter and I would always say, I feel light when I'm not with you.
because you didn't feel emotionally safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And that's so important.
And that's, we talked about this before, like with men's mental health as well. Like if they're coming home and they don't feel like they can open up to you, if you're going to be like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, if you're all closed and cold, that's the worst feeling.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the best thing to do if a guy's being vulnerable with you is you literally just say, hey, do you want me to just listen and be there for you? They'll just say yes, because you don't want to solve their problems, right? They'll just say yes, you give them the option, you cuddle them, you let them melt into you, and you just say, baby, you got this, right? You know that you do. And they're like, yeah, I do. You let them have that time of like, I'm vulnerable, but like, yeah, I've got this now.
Yeah,
Knock off. They'll be fine.
Man, it's crazy how when women are in their masculine, they can act so different to how they're naturally supposed to act. It's like that nurturing, feminine, amazing safety system for a man. Like when I think about it now, I'm like, I just want to be that. I get emotional thinking about it. I would love to just open up to a man like that.
This is necessary.
It's crazy, but I was always like on the like attacking side because I was so in my masculine.
Yeah. Which most women are still.
Yeah.
Right? Like it took me 7 years in a relationship to be like, oh, this isn't my natural state.
Yeah.
It's not my natural state. Now I'm sitting in my feminine all the time and I'm like, how was I existing before? And probably that's the word, I was existing.
Yeah.
Not like living.
Because it's so untrue to who we are naturally.
Yeah. Literally.
It's actually crazy when you think about it. And that's why you're so swollen and you're stressed and your body isn't feeling good. You don't feel like yourself. And then you step out of it and you're like, oh, this is who I am. This is how I'm supposed to feel.
You see a relationship for what it could actually be, which is freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? That's why people are like, it's better to stay single. I'm like, alright, you're not healed. You're not healed. Take your trauma out
stay
of there.
single until you meet the right person. Don't drop your standards.
Until you heal yourself.
Yeah.
Stay single until you learn to heal.
But don't be single forever. How boring would that be?
Yeah, exactly. The whole point of life is relationships.
Yeah,
It's belonging. Number 7, really nice. She honors his masculine energy. Of course, letting masculine energy lead without competition or control invites deeper connection, invites him to be like, will you marry me?
Yes, he's leading you.
You need to let him lead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if you try to emasculate him, this is what Alison was saying. So women get really all up in our nervous systems. We get really scared of men in power because men in power can go on the attack and we get scared of that.
Yeah, when you said.
So when they come in with significance, right, they've got to win at work or they've got to win in business or something like that, they're like coming home, they're in this like, ego drive. We get scared of that subconsciously, we try and neg them, we try and emasculate them and take their power away. Why in the moments when they've done something amazing, we try and do that? Because we've been biologically hardwired to fear it. Isn't that insane?
That's insane when you think about it.
But if you just catch yourself in that moment, bring conscious awareness to it, and then allow him to lead, praise him in that moment, you are letting the masculine breathe. You're letting the masculine win.
Yes.
And he'll remember that forever.
100%. And
Yeah.
keep wanting to be more masculine.
Right? Alright, let me go. 8. She brings joy, not constant critique. Men don't ever want to, they don't want to marry the critic. They want warmth, play, and lightness. That's what makes your life together feel good rather than suffocating. When he's thinking about taking things to the next level with you, he's weighing up. We heard this from a man the other day in a car.
Yeah.
He was weighing up pros and cons. He's like, when you go from dating to girlfriend and boyfriend to fiance to husband and wife, he goes, we are going through a checklist in our heads.
Literally, yeah.
In our heads, weighing up, is this worth it? Will she bring warmth, playfulness, lightness, peace to my life?
Yeah.
Or am I literally putting myself in a prison?
That's the thing, like, I know it's hard, but this is one thing that I would give you advice on if you're someone that likes to critique a lot and you have like very high standards and you feel like you're always nagging your partner. Keep note of the things that you're not that happy with if they're within reason. By the end of the week, if you still feel like they are within reason, because sometimes we think of a thought in our head and then we're like, oh, that was stupid, I'm just going to get
exactly.
that. And it's not even worth bringing it up to me.
Yes.
Then just pull them aside and just say, hey, do you mind if we have a chat? Be super nice, super calm, and go for dinner actually. Communicate and raise your concerns versus just like saying them as they come.
Yeah.
Because that's never going to solve anything. And then by the end of the week, you'll realize that half of them are stupid anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Sit on it, ladies, because we let our emotions rule us.
Yeah.
Number 9, she has her own life and passions. You talk about this all the time. So independence and wholeness makes a partnership strong, not weaker. He wants this woman to not be all about him.
Don't rely on your man.
No, we need to have like mystery.
Yeah.
We need to have plans as well. We are together as a team, but a woman still needs to have her purpose.
Absolutely.
Men want to be like, oh wow, what's she done this week?
Yeah. And it can be hard as well for him. If he's having a bad time, you're automatically having a bad time.
Yeah.
Because if you solely rely on him and his mood and his happiness and his life and his everything and his energy, then guess what? You're always going to be feeling that way. And there's never going to be any difference. You know, he can never come home and be like, what did you do today? He can never be like with your energy and feeling better and like not thinking about work because you're constantly having to worry about his day because you didn't do anything in your own day, just sat on the couch all day.
Not have a life, exactly.
Yeah, you need to have your own life.
Yeah, we've got so many stories about this. We might do a whole other episode on this
Yeah,
actually, because it's so important. Number 10, she believes in his vision. So men are always more committed to the woman who, when they talk about their dreams, they know automatically that you fully support them and you actually mean what you say and that they can do it. I mean, vice versa, right? If I was with a guy who was like trying to tear my dreams down, I know straight away he's not my husband.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to spend my life with that person.
Yeah. I want someone to big me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want someone to see my visions too and like actually be a part of that.
And challenge you. Yes, is that it?
Yeah.
I see you doing 5x, babe.
Oh, imagine how nice that would be.
Why do you want to keep trying to earn more money?
Why are you so ambitious?
Why are you doing that?
In there.
Right? No, your partner will raise you up and challenge you to be bigger and better because they look at you and be like, you're so much more though. In such a beautiful way.
Yeah. Anyone that's trying to dull your shine is just jealous of you.
Exactly. So men look for that in their woman. They're like, she needs to be a supporter of me. A collaborative teammate, not my competition.
Exactly. You're a partner in crime. You're not just someone. You're not just two people attacking each other.
Exactly. Oh, the last two are really cute.
Aww.
Number 11, she practices forgiveness.
This is a big one.
Really hard woman. Okay.
Oh.
So the ability to forgive without incessant punishment creates emotional resilience in the relationship. Girls, women, ladies, stop holding on to grudges from 10 years ago. Do you think that's taking away or giving your relationship? It's taken away. What's the point?
All the things you build up that you don't forgive for are heavy on your heart and it's going to weigh down your heart. I often say this prayer to God. I'm just like, Father, soften my heart. Because my heart's heavy from all the trauma and all the baggage and all the heartbreak I've gone through. And I sat there and in my head I forgave every single person. There's literally not one person that I hold any emotional trauma with. Like I literally have forgiven everyone in my life. I don't hold any grudges. I love everyone and I feel like everyone serves an amazing purpose in my life.
Yourself.
And myself, of course. But anyone that did anything terrible, like cheaters, abusiveness, anything like that, liars, I've forgiven everything because it is so important for your life. Moving on. Okay, cut. Sorry. We've got 10 minutes.
That's fine.
I forgot where I was.
It's so important in your life.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's so important that when it comes to finding someone else that you don't hold on to that. Because all you're going to do is push that onto them.
Absolutely. I think everything that Cassie said is so beautiful. Forgive everyone around you. There is no point, literally no point carrying that resentment. Yeah, but the most important person that you have to forgive is always yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? Your trauma bondings and all of that you bring into people, that is just your reflection of your internal wounds that you haven't healed. And so you'll be calling in the toxic, abusive, liars, narcissists. As much as you don't want to admit that to yourself, it's because something in you is trying to be healed. So you have to forgive yourself first. So a man can see a woman for who she is, and he can know straight away, a healed man will always look at a woman who's not healed and be like, can't go out with you.
No.
Can maybe entertain you for a few dates, maybe sleep with you, but that's
Situationship, yeah, will never be long term.
Literally.
Yeah.
But a healed man will recognize a healed woman and be like, you've done the work.
Yeah.
I can see that.
100%.
You're still doing the work, I'm still doing, but I see you.
Yeah.
I get you. It's a different energy when you're with someone like that.
It is, especially when you're both either healing or healed. There is a different kind of calmness that is nice.
It's calm.
And when you think that's boring, you're not healed.
This is the peace that you cannot buy. That's my favorite line.
I know, I love that.
Last one.
Lucky last.
She loves him. That's it. She loves him.
I love that.
She chooses him. His icks. Why am I gonna cry?
I know, because it's actually really
what? His icks, his quirks, his flaws, everything that makes him him. She loves him.
It's like what I said to you the other day. I'm like, you have to really love someone to just not even get icked out by them. Like they can do the cringiest thing, and you look at them in endearment, and you're just like, I love you.
Yeah.
It's such a lovely thing. I think back to some of the times I've like really been in love, and I'm just like, there's nothing better than love. Love is, and I'm gonna get emotional too.
It's the best feeling in the world.
It really is. Like, that is why we're on this planet as humans. Like, love, life is love, God is love, we are love.
Yeah.
All we want to do is love and be loved. And if you can have that with someone and you can just truly love them for everything they are, not for the person they could be, but for the person they are, there's nothing better than that in life.
Literally, that's literally the meaning of life.
The meaning of life, yeah.
And so that's why it hurts my heart so much when I think of this modern society, these young ones who are like, marriage is a scam, relationships are a scam, having kids is a scam. Like, no, that's literally just the matrix talking out of you. If you want to experience divine oneness, you want to experience healing and karmic evolution, you've got to be in relationships.
Yeah.
And you've got to allow yourself to love and be loved. And true, like there's a beautiful Bible verse, it comes from 1 Corinthians 13:4-8. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away.
So beautiful. Is that my favourite?
Right?
One of.
Beautiful. That's it, we ended there, ladies. Honestly, go back through the 12. Look at it again. And if you're not in that kind of relationship where you can actually say, yep, that's me, that's me, that's me, question.
Yeah.
Am I in the right relationship? Is this the right time for me to be in this kind of relationship? What kind of healing do I need to do to get to this level?
Or you can just ask yourself, was I even aware of any of this? Because sometimes we're just unaware. We're simply unaware.
Yeah.
And when we're unaware, that's fine, because when you become aware, you can fix your problems. You can work on things, because the first step, it's not like I'm in AA, but the first step is always being aware, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's it. This is a real study. This is a real study that she did with so many men.
I mean, all the points were
Yeah,
fair.
she didn't just make this up.
Yeah.
Like, these are real men saying this is what they look for.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to walk into your wife era in 2026 and beyond, you need to start to mark all these off.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right,
See you next time. Bye.